So how can leaders, from your perspective, and leaders and project managers, they're one and the same in my humble opinion.
Mhm.
How can they create a culture that supports self-care without sacrificing performance?
Right. I mean, for one, I think lead by example, right?
Yeah.
I think it's important for people to be transparent about not only the moments where there are legitimate struggles, but also what is working for them, right?
Mm,
Right. I'm a big proponent for being real with the people that you work with, right? And as a therapist, like I tell my patients, like I go to therapy, and oftentimes they're like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like I can't. I do it for you. Should I not and be able to have the same experience? And I think in a lot of ways, it really allows them to recognize, like, oh no, like this is really an important aspect of my wellness, right? And so I think being able to lead by example and share like the things that they may be doing for themselves and really also encourage other people to do it, and not the like lip service and cute things that you just say because it sounds good, but legitimately being honest about, yeah, I'm realizing, you seem like something's going on. So what can I do to support you? And I think that that's important because oftentimes the reason why people don't take that time is because they don't feel like they have the freedom to do it, right? There's one manager who ended up being a really really good friend of mine, but one of the things that I loved about her managerial style was that she knew what each members of her team were kind of going through. So she knew if you were really having or dealing with a particular family or dealing with a situation that was really, really stressful, she would come sit in your office and she'd be like, okay, what can I do for you? Can I take this off of that so you don't have to, maybe let me take some of these calls so that you can go deal with something else because I see how in depth you've been dealing with this particular situation and I recognize it's creating a toll. As leaders, it's important for you to be present, right? She didn't have necessarily the same degree that we had or the same skill set that I had, but there were things that she was willing to do in order to support her team members. And so I think it's important as leadership to be able to have that level of emotional intelligence to understand what your employees and what your team and what your colleagues are going through, and also being willing to offer being part of the solution rather than continuing to be contributing to the problem.